Do you know the most desirable and historic neighborhood in Mount Pleasant? Well, we're going to share a little bit about it with you. Hi, I'm Kimberly Ritter.
And I'm Kristen Ackerman
with Legacy Homes Group at Carolina One Real Estate. So let's start out with the first landmark. We're here at Alhambra Hall, which is surrounded by a canopy of live oaks and draping moss.
Alhambra Hall was originally named after a palace in Spain and was a dance pavilion and a summer retreat originally. Right before the Civil War, or right during the Civil War, it became a post lookout due to its strategic location. As you can see behind us, it's right out in front of the Charleston Harbor.
Right out there.
Super strategic. And then following the Civil War, it returned to its original use as a dance hall and a place for the community to hang out and network and have fun and just get away from the downtown Charleston area and enjoy the summer breezes off of the river and the harbor. And in the 80s, it was totally restored, and today you can see that it is used for wedding venues and parties of all kinds of sorts. There is huge green space that we see a lot of dog owners bringing their dogs and kids, and right across the street behind it, part of the venue is a huge playground and park area.
Today, even though there's a dog out here, it's too hot.
Way too hot today.
Way too hot for the doggy.
Not so much summer breezes today.
No, but you can see that some of the homes in the Old Village actually have docks that lead out into the Charleston Harbor. So as you can see, here are the gorgeous live oaks. And of course, a great park.
So Old Village is really just only a couple streets. There is another section called Old Mount Pleasant that often gets mistaken for a part of Old Village, but is really just bound by Cove Inlet, Coleman Boulevard, the Charleston Harbor, and Simmons Street.
And now we're at Pitt Street Bridge.
So this bridge was originally built in the late 1800s, and it was for the residents of Mount Pleasant to get to Sullivan's Island through a trolley and the Sullivan's Island Ferry Company. And that was the only way you can get from Mount Pleasant to Sullivan's Island. As traffic changed and traffic patterns changed, it was closed.
They shut it down.
They shut it down. It was closed, and when the Ben Sawyer Bridge was built, and then they repurposed this area for more of a pedestrian park. You find a lot of people out here fishing, walking their dogs. There's a little ramp that you could put a small
paddleboard.
You could do paddleboard, kayak. That was the word I was looking for. Kayak.
You can launch it off right here at this small dock.
You could ride bikes. It's a pretty popular spot. You'll also find people jumping off this pier. I don't know how safe that is, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't do it.
And then climbing down the pier too and getting in this marsh. It is really, really popular for shark tooth hunting.
Yes.
But then you also got to climb back up this pier, which is a little bit more difficult. But I definitely don't recommend jumping off the edge, which you do see a lot of kids doing, but not smart.
And one of the things I love about it is the sunset. So you can barely see the skyline of Charleston, and there's the Ravenel Bridge. But this is such a great place to come and watch the sunset. Maybe a really special date night, who knows?
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of picnic happens here because there's all this green space. You can have sunset picnics.
So here we are on Pitt Street, and it is the Pitt Street Shops. And right in the heart of the old village, you have all these wonderful shops. You have design shops.
Coffee shops.
You have a hair salon.
Pitt Street Pharmacy.
And you have also Gala.
Shrimp and Grits Kids.
Yes, and Gala is also one of the bakeries, cafe and bakery. And
Good coffee.
very good coffee.
And gluten-free food too.
yes. She's a gluten-free. She needs gluten-free.
Yeah.
And then, so here you also have Grace and Grits clothing.
Oh, Shrimp and Grits.
Shrimp and Grits, sorry. So here you have Shrimp and Grits. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Super cute kids clothes.
And
Wine shop.
wine shop. Watch this.
Why not?
Sure, why not? You have Out of Hand, and which is
That's my shopping habit. Out of Hand.
Kristen loves to shop at Out of Hand. And then you also have Out of Garden, which that is floral decor, little gift shop. And this is one of my favorites. You have Pitt Street Pharmacy.
This is one of my kids' favorites.
Yes.
All the
And-
kids from Moultrie like to come here after school, and apparently in the summer.
And the summer, and also they have a lunch counter. So you can get sundries, you can get, one of my favorites from when I was a child is, we're having to maneuver around the bikes. So you can see all the kids ride their bikes up here, which is awesome.
Ice cream time.
Yeah, ice cream. And one of my favorites is they have a cream cheese and green olive sandwich. So I know that sounds gross maybe, but it's really pretty awesome. I know she doesn't like it. Okay, so here is the Post House. And the Post House is a restaurant. It actually has very, very historic rooms to be able to stay in. And it has a great dining. It also offers breakfast, and it has a great bar to be able to go into. So that is Pitt Street shopping, and there's other shoppings around here as well.